All right, good afternoon and welcome to episode 1, the relaunch of Hockey Talk with Anand. My name is Anand and joined along a privilege is Nolan DuPont, Calgary Canucks forward, number 29. Nolan, welcome. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. How are you?
I'm doing good, Nolan. Thanks for doing this. It's a pleasure to have you. We'll start right away. Don't want to take much up of your evening, but you had a great season with the Canucks. You won the regular season champions and now the Inter Pipeline Cup playoffs. Tell me about how your rookie season went and what do you feel you accomplished and how your season was overall.
Yeah, I think it was a great season. Really good team. I felt like I had a great year myself, and it was great to see all of my teammates also have great years and take the regular season championship and also the Inter Pipeline Cup a few days ago in Grand Prairie. So that felt great.
Yeah, you swept the Grand Prairie Storm 4-0, the series. That was an amazing performance, and the regular season championship. So, coming up next is the Centennial Cup, of course, the big stage. National teams are coming to town. For example, the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, the Quebec Junior Hockey League, and the Central Canadian Hockey League as well. What is your energy or vibes coming into the Centennial Cup Championship? How excited are you to transfer from the Inter Pipeline Cup Championship and to play on a bigger stage?
Yeah, I think we're feeling really good as a team. It was nice to win the AJHL championship, but obviously our goal is to win the Centennial Cup. A bunch of guys last year, they won the championship last year, but then they didn't win the Centennial Cup. So they're just trying to teach us how to, I don't know, get prepared for that. And yeah,
Is Centennial Cup one of the biggest stage you have played, or have you played at a bigger stage before?
no, it's definitely the biggest for me.
All right, good. Um, what kind of would you predict your next path of hockey is? I know it's just your first season with the Canucks. Do you plan to stay with the Canucks? Where do you kind of want to take your hockey level to your next goal or focus, I guess?
Yeah, I'm not really sure right now, 100%. I think I could play with the Canucks another year. But yeah, I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm just thinking about the Centennial Cup. But yeah, I could definitely play with the Canucks again.
All right, a few more questions for you. Your favorite hockey player that has maybe like motivated you, a role model that you always look forward to when you were young and wanted to always be an inspiration to.
Yeah, I think my dad actually. He played hockey up until like 7 years ago. But he was a defenseman, so it's kind of different. But I've always looked up to him, just the way that he like worked towards his goals and everything like that. And as a kid, it made me want to work towards like playing hockey at a high level and yeah, just following in his footsteps.
Wonderful. And if you don't mind me asking, do you know which teams your dad played for and what kind of hockey success did he have?
Yeah, he played in the WHL with Kamloops, and then he got drafted by the Calgary Flames, and then played there for a little bit in the AHL and a few games in the NHL. So that was pretty cool. But I wasn't really born yet back then, so I couldn't see that. And then he went to Germany and Switzerland, played for the Cloten Flyers in Switzerland for a few years, and then the Eisbären Berlin in Germany. So it was cool to live in Germany and Switzerland when I was a young boy. So yeah, that was a cool experience.
All right. And final question from my end for you, and then we have a fan question as well to ask you. One day in the future, if you get a choice to play with like an NHL team of your choosing, which one would you choose and why? Do you have like a favorite NHL team that you lean towards watching or even getting inspired from?
Definitely Calgary. Just being from Calgary and watching them like a few games every year, it'd be so cool to play for them. Have my family and friends in the stands and everything. Yeah, that would be. I don't know. They're one of my favorite teams every year. I'd say Tampa Bay is my favorite NHL team, but I think it would be so cool to play for Calgary.
Cool, fantastic. And final fan base question for you. This is from Dane Nobrega, our play by play guy of the Calgary Canucks. He's asking you, would you rather run a marathon in flip flops or on dress shoes? Your answer to Dane Nobrega. I'll repeat the question again. Would you rather run a marathon in flip flops or on dress shoes?
Definitely flip flops. I feel like dress shoes would be way too hard and my feet would hurt way too much at a whole marathon. So definitely flip flops.
All right, fantastic. Any final thoughts or comments, Nolan DuPont, before I let you go? Thank you so much once again for this interview. And anything about the Centennial Cup you want to share to everyone, or anything you want to share?
Uh, no, just we're really excited as a team. So hopefully we can win that for sure. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
All right, that is Nolan DuPont from the Calgary Canucks. Thanks for joining us, Nolan.
Yeah, thank you.